on, girls.
Mary Beth Lundgren is calling to her herd of cattle on a small farm in Springhill, Kansas.
Come on, girls.
The first thing you notice about these cattle are their horns. They are huge, some measuring up to 8 feet from tip to tip.
We've had these animals since 1988, and I started out with 2.
Her herd has now grown to several dozen. The Ankole-Watusi are magical to be around. They're more curious than aggressive, and some like to have their heads scratched.
There you are. Oh boy, that feels good. That feels good. You've got nice horns. Yes.
These magnificent beasts native to Africa are depicted in 2,000-year-old rock paintings found in the Sahara region. Brought over to America in the 1960s, they have been placed in zoos and also used in rodeos. In Springhill, they stop cars.
We've got people who regularly just stop by on their way home. They've had a bad day at work. They just swing by, they pull over and watch the cows. Just walk around and grazing.
The Lundgrens don't sell the meat. They do eat it, but they say there really is no market for it. These animals are really more like pets. When they do butcher, the animal is usually in their teens, much older than a typical beef cow, whose life from birth to dinner plate is about 12 to 14 months. So why spend money and time raising these cattle?
I'm a breed preservationist. There's not what I'd call a real market for any of the oddball breeds.
The Ankole are disappearing and are being replaced by Holsteins or Holstein crosses. These produce far greater quantities of milk. But as the Ankole are crossed with these various breeds, the gene pool is diminished. This lack of genetic diversity, which has already taken over the poultry, swine, and dairy industries, can make it easier for something to wipe out populations. This worries Becky.
Something comes in and affects a particular genetic makeup in the Holstein industry, it's going to wipe out a lot of the dairy. Boom, just like that. There goes your milk, your ice cream, your cheese, all of those sorts of things. So if we can maintain smaller, diversified herds around the country so that if somebody's long-awaited or long-anticipated disaster comes through, we have seed stock available to restart.
Becky serves as an officer in the Ankole-Watusi International Registry, and they count about 1,000 foundation pure animals in the United States. As their numbers dwindle in Africa due to crossbreeding and economic pressures, well, at least in this little corner of Springhill, Kansas, the Ankole still roam, spoiled by the Lundgrens.
Hold your head up here. You just feel like something this magnificent should be saved.
For the Kansas City Star, this is Todd Feeback.